deviations? Well, I just gave some. Why is a single test generally not sufficient to completely diagnose a suspected anemia? Why? Yeah, okay.
If they were anemic or dehydrated, it would still have a high hematocrit value.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to, and some of the tests are very general. Hematocrit is a very general test, right? It just gives you a percentage, that's it. The hemoglobin is a more specific test, the percent hemoglobin, etc. And then there's all sorts of other tests you can do also. Why do persons with almost any type of anemia tend to show similar general symptoms? Because
Red blood cells.
because red blood cells are involved in oxygen carrying and CO2 transport, and therefore if any type of anemia is generally going to influence either the red blood cells themselves or the amount of hemoglobin, and it all comes back to oxygen carrying, CO2 carrying, etc. Aplastic anemia. What's wrong with aplastic anemia? Bone marrow problem. Destruction of the bone marrow. Pernicious anemia. Lack of red blood cell production. Thalassemia. Yeah. Red blood cells, abnormal hemoglobin. The similar to sickle cell anemia in the fact that it's an abnormal hemoglobin. Cells, I mean the short-lived sickle cell anemia, of course, is an abnormal hemoglobin to begin with. And then the cells take on a sickle shape and they get clogged up in small blood vessels and so forth and so on. Iron deficiency anemia.
Low red blood cells.
What?
Low red blood cells.
Low, yeah. Lack of low hemoglobin concentration. Because, why? Because iron is a component of?
Red blood cells.
Of hemoglobin. Okay, you could join us here. All right, any questions on these things? On the hematocrit? Okay, we just went over the hemoglobin hematocrit exercise. Let's go over the EKG.
EKG.
No, that was on the other test. I've got all your homework here. Well, let me pass it out. I don't carry it around. The EKG is not on the test, it was on the last test. This test covers 3 exercises: hematocrit, hemostasis, and blood type. This is 5 points. This is the EKG one. I just get rid of it in the tank. Theory. Each side here. Side here. Some people might not have handed it in, and apparently that's the case.
I emailed it. I think something I emailed.
I'll have to go back and look. Apparently I didn't print it out. Okay, check with me later, if you can, later today.
Okay. Oh.
Trevino?
This is true. Did you turn in your third lecture test?
Yes.
Turned it back in?
I'm positive.
Because I don't have it in my grade book, that's why I'm asking.
The third one? This one?
I don't know.
I have all your exams.
I had a note to myself today. I haven't yeah. I might not have turned it back.
For females.
This, yeah, my name is TR here. TR.
All right, this is coagulation time. You did very well on these exercises. There were a couple of 8s, but probably that's good.